Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. Well, I say that there's a few products that I've kind of used once or twice, but mostly I've pretty much got a full face of products, new products, not necessarily new, but new to me that I haven't tried yet. So I just wanted to demo them on camera and tell you my thoughts, give you my first impression reviews on them. Just before I get into this video, if you haven't already, then please click the subscribe button. That would really help me out. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with primer, and I've got two new ones to test today. I've got this Glam Glow Glow Starter Primer, which is like a illuminating primer in the shade Nude Glow, and I've also got the Porefessional Pearl Primer, which I've had for a while and just haven't got around to using. So it's like an illuminating but also pore filling sort of silicone primer. So this Glam Glow one just kind of looks like a MAC strobe cream, and it's kind of like a peachy colour. And it's just like a cream. So, it smells really good. I don't know what that smell is. Kind of like a peachy smell. I can't really put my finger on what exactly it smells like, but it smells really nice. So I really like that Glam Glow one. It just kind of makes my skin look illuminated. I won't use much of this because it's just going in my pore area. It's kind of like a pink tinge, and it's like a silicone-y thick sort of primer. I'm just going to place this in my pore area and sort of around my nose, and I might put a bit in this fine line that I've got up there and a bit on my chin, just to smooth over the blemishes that I've got. It feels very silky, like it makes your skin very smooth, and it does feel like it's filling pores. I mean, I can't really tell if it's that illuminating because I've got an illuminating primer on already. First of all, I think I'm going to go in with a bit of concealer, because as you can see I've got this like monster of a spot. It's one of those cystic ones that you can't squeeze, and it's been hanging around on my face for like 3 days, so it's really annoying. I've got this Laura Mercier concealer to try. They're just like samples, and I've got 3 different shades. I've got 1N, 2W and 4N. I think when I've got a little bit of tan on right now, if you haven't noticed. I think I'd usually be this 1N shade, but I think I'm going to go for the middle 2W one, because like I said, I have got a bit of gradual tan on. It's actually a bit darker than I thought it was going to be, so hopefully my foundation is going to be a bit lighter. And I forgot to say, it's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and it's meant to be medium to full coverage, waterproof and transfer resistant. So that sounds good. So I'm just dabbing this on my blemishes. It's covered my spots reasonably nicely. You can still see them a bit, but it was meant to be medium to full coverage, so I would agree with that. So next I've got this Clinique sample of the Even Better Glow foundation. Now I have no idea if this is going to match me because it says shade 52 neutral. So I'm assuming this is kind of like a light to medium beige sort of shade. So hopefully it won't be too dark. Okay, so it turns out this is a very tan shade, so oh gosh. Yeah, this isn't going to match me, but we're just going to roll with it because luckily I don't have to go out today. But yeah, I'm just going to apply this everywhere, and hopefully, because it is meant to be lightweight and sheer, it won't look like too tan. Like, yeah, this looks like what colour my mum would be. Jesus. Hopefully we can blend down the neck and kind of make it work. I don't know. Oh my god, I look like an Oompa Loompa. So I'm just going to try and blend this in with my sponge. I mean, I'm not testing the shade, obviously. Even though it's too dark and looks a bit hideous, we can see at least what the formula's like. Now what I'm noticing is this is drying down a lot quicker than I thought it was, considering it's meant to be like a lightweight. And I think it's meant to be dewy. Yeah, Even Better Glow. I mean, it's hard to tell because I've already got the dewy primers on. Okay, so disregarding the fact that the shade is too dark, if I just zoom in, I'll show you what it looks like. So as you can see, it's sort of very light coverage, and it's glowy, but obviously I do have a glow primer on underneath. Yes, I think if I got the right shade in this, I would like it. I think it's a nice one for like holidays because it's nice and lightweight. Yeah, so now I'm going to go back in with that Laura Mercier concealer. I'm going to go in under my eyes. This is actually lighter than the foundation, so hopefully it should lighten my face up. I'm just going to blend this in with my mini Real Technique sponge. I think I've heard good things about this concealer, so hopefully it like doesn't crease, and it's meant to be long lasting. I mean, I'm not going to be doing a wear test on camera of all of this makeup, but I'll leave in the description box down below if I've got any thoughts. This is blending in nice. Not too matte, not too dewy, it's just kind of like a satin concealer. So this is what the concealer is looking like under my eyes. It's not creasing massively. Yes, I think it looks good so far. Now I don't have a completely new powder to try, but this is a new-ish one to my collection, the IT Cosmetics. So I'm just going to quickly set my under eyes with this. Patting out them tiny creases and going in with the IT Cosmetics by Pores pressed powder. Now I'm not going to set my whole face yet because I've got a cream contour stick to try. So next, as I said, I've got a cream contour to try. This is a mini version of the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I got this free in a magazine and I've been waiting for this video to try it. Yeah, so you get a decent amount of product in it. I think this would be nice for holiday. I've heard good things about this, but the only thing I noticed is when I've seen it online and in store, it is for a contour that's quite warm. Like, I personally prefer quite a cool contour, so yeah, I feel like I'd like this more as a cream bronzer than a contour stick, but we'll see anyway. So I'll just draw it on as I usually would under my jawline and my cheekbones and up here on my forehead. I'm noticing this is quite, well, not matte, but it's not as dewy as some other contour sticks that I've already got. So I'm just blending this in with my sponge. I'm looking down here because this is where my mirror is. So it's blending in nice. But like I said, I think this is quite warm. Like, it's not overly warm, but it's definitely not cool. So I feel like, I don't know, it looks okay as a contour because my face is so bronzed because of that foundation and concealer. But definitely when I'm pale, I feel like this wouldn't work as a contour because it just wouldn't look like shadow, it would just look like bronze. I'm not sure whether this would work with my pale skin because it is, well, it's not dark, but it's like a medium shade. My favourite contour is the Jordana Sculpt and Go contour stick in the shade Light, and they've stopped selling it on Beauty Bay, so I'm like, great, it's my favourite one and I've run out and I can't get it anywhere. So I'm hoping it'll come to Boots because Boots are expanding a lot, the makeup range, and they sell it at Walgreens in the US, and Walgreens and Boots are like the same thing, it's an alliance, so I'm praying it comes to Boots, but I haven't heard anything. So I really like that contour stick. I feel like I'm going to take that on my holiday when I go next week. I'm just going to dust some of that IT Cosmetics powder all over my face. Now because this is, well, it's meant to be transparent, but it is kind of white. Hopefully this will tone down the orangeness a tiny little bit. Yeah, I like this powder, but I think if you're tan or have deep skin, don't get it because it does leave you with a little bit of a white cast, which when you're pale, it doesn't matter. So next I've got a bronzer to try, not that I needed any more bronzing, but yeah, this is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, which is really famous. It's just, once again, a sample. I think, yeah, it's just the shade Free. It's just like on a card, so I don't know how much this is actually going to be like the real one because it's just like on a card. Yeah, this is a really famous bronzer. Lots of people love it. I think this is the original shade, 03. Now they've got, how many shades have they got? Oh yeah, they've got quite a lot. If you look at that, is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 different shades. So I feel like if I was pale, I probably would be the 00 light shade. And this Free one is kind of in the middle. It doesn't really have a smell to it. I don't know whether that's just because it's a sample. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in with my Real Techniques brush. Oh, that's weird. It's like powder on card. I don't want to use too much because I don't want to go overboard. Yeah, see, that is quite dark. Like, I think this shade would only work for tan skin or like medium. If I was pale, this definitely would be too much. But it's really warm and it looks like it'd be a really nice holiday shade when you've got a tan. Not that I tan naturally. The only tan I get is from a bottle. This is how I'm looking with bronzer on. Like I said, very nice but very warm, and my face is looking darker than my body now. But yeah, I like that bronzer. I'd be keen to try out the paler shade to see, or paler shades to see, yeah, how that looks. If you're wondering where I'm getting all these cool samples from, it's if you buy from Debenhams, like online, like makeup or skincare and stuff, or perfume, they usually always send you like samples. So these are just samples I've collected over the past like 6 months, and I've been saving up to make like a full face video. So yeah, you get some really good stuff, like it's worth it. Totally buying off of Debenhams. I don't unfortunately have any new blush to try, or highlighter, but I'm gonna use this Imagination Revolution one because I've only used it a few times and I don't think I've used all the highlighters in this, so technically they are new highlighters to me. I feel like I've used this one and this one because they're pale, but I haven't used these golden ones because I haven't been in this town in a while, so I might use one of them. Maybe the lighter gold one, this Slay My Life this side. Yeah, I think the formula of these I did like. You can make them subtle or build them up quite blinding. I quite like a subtle highlight, to be honest. They're nice colours. The only thing is I think they do look a little bit like you can see the shimmer in them. You can't really see that on camera, but in person if you look up close, I don't know, I prefer a sheeny highlight and this is kind of like a shimmery highlight, but they look nice and lots of people like this palette. So that's what that highlight looks like. Do you know what, I might try this Cute shade as a blush because it's meant to be like a highlight, like under eye highlight, but it's obviously for deeper skin, so it's not going to work for me. But it might be a nice blush shade, like a matte, peachy, neutral blush. It doesn't show up that much. Can you see it? You can a little bit. Yeah, I feel like that's nice. Just because these palettes, I do like them, contour palettes, but then the shades, you can never use all of the shades because they obviously cater for different skin tones. So for an artist use, like it's great if you're using different clients, but when you've only got one face, it is sometimes a bit annoying having shades in it that you can't use. But like it's a very affordable palette, so it's worth it. So I like that. It's quite like a peachy matte blush. So yeah, I'll continue to use that as a blush, that one. For eyeliner, I'm trying this Kat Von D liner that I haven't tried before. I got this in an advent calendar. Lots of people rave about this eyeliner. It's meant to be really good and like really black and it stays all day and doesn't smudge. So I'm just going to apply this now. I do it off camera because it's really hard for me to do eyeliner and always mess it up. Okay, right, so we're just going to ignore the fact that my eyeliner is a bit wonky because I can never get it straight and even. I'd like to say I do like it, but it's not as jet black as I thought it was going to be. And because the nib is quite long and thin, it's quite bendy. So, oh, it's actually a brush when I'm looking at it. Yeah, so it kind of like, it moves. So it's easy to like, I don't know, go somewhere you didn't want to go. So yeah, I like it, but I'm not convinced this is like my holy grail liner. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and done my brows off camera because I didn't have a new one to try. And I've just used the Max Factor brow pencil and the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper, which are my two favourite brow products. I have got a new mascara to try. I've got this Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara, which I've literally had in my collection since it came out, like last year. But I haven't opened it, so like it's not gone off. Yeah, I just haven't got round to trying it because I've had so many mascaras open. You don't want to open lots of mascaras at the same time because they go off and then it's a waste of money. And you can't use them because they go clumpy. Oh, so I really like the packaging. It's like a rubberized packaging and it's got like rubberized studs on the handle. Yeah, this looks really nice. I tried one Benefit mascara before, the They're Real, and I liked how they looked. They were like really long and fluttery, but it was a smudgy mascara and it like fell off in like little flakes. So hopefully this doesn't do it. It's meant to be like massive, like you can see on the picture, massive volume lashes, length and volume. So hopefully it'll look nice. Oh, it's like a long rubber wand, quite skinny. And now I'm just gonna apply this. It smells like that mascara smell, kind of like a weird fish smell, which is a bit gross. Yeah, so immediately I'm getting length, but not volume at the minute, really. Well, I like this because it's really easy to like get into the inner corners and outer corners because the tip's so skinny. So I'll just do one coat and then show you. So wow, that makes the bottom lashes a lot longer than they usually are. So that's like one coat. I'll just do the other side so it gives it time to dry and then I'll do two coats. So this is the mascara with one coat on. I mean, my eyelashes are quite long anyway, so most mascaras make my eyelashes long. But this is what they look like with one coat. It's nice, I like it, very black, looks nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead with another coat. Yeah, so I feel like on the second coat it's adding volume. Whereas the first coat, it was kind of just giving me length. Now this mascara is a bit, like it makes your lashes kind of a bit clumpy looking. like they look really thick, which depending on if you like that or not is something to bear in mind. Wow, so that is the second layer. You can see it does add a lot more volume and a bit more length as well. I've just smudged it up here, so I'll wait until that dries and then I'll flake it off. Okay, so I'm finished with my mascara and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it does live up to all the claims. Like, it's really thickening and volumizing, and also it says, oh yeah, it's meant to have like space technology, like it's made from like a light material, which I think is a bit gimmicky, but it doesn't feel like, your lashes don't feel too heavy. Like, they don't, like, it does feel like you've got something on, but some mascaras you just want to wipe your eyes and you feel like you want to get it off, but this is quite comfortable to wear considering the lashes are so big. And one thing I noticed is it's meant to be like a very super black, which I agree with it is. And the only thing that, well, I'll have to test it. It's meant to last 36 hours. No one's going to wear mascara for 36 hours. But yeah, hopefully this will last a long time without smudging and flaking. The only problem I'm foreseeing that I might have is I hate it when mascaras, like, you take them off and then the next day you've still got black under your eyes because you just can't get the damn thing off. Because this is meant to be like waterproof, I think. So I'm hoping it comes off quite easily, but I'll leave in the description box down below how I go with that later on. So finally I've got some lipstick to try, and I've got this Givenchy Le Rouge liquid, I don't know how you say that. Hashtag this is not what you think is what it says. This is like a little sample. It's really cute. It's got like, I mean, I don't know how the hell I get them out of there, but like 3 lipsticks to try, and it's got all the lipsticks listed there, and you get a little lip brush with it as well. So I think I'm gonna go be boring and go with a shade that looks quite like me. This is called Rose Flanelle, which is kind of like a pink, corally pink sort of colour it looks like. Okay, so I figured out how you open it. You kind of like pull the thing off and it's inside. Yeah, so this looks more pink than, it's kind of like, I don't know, it looks, oh, they're very creamy. They're like, I don't know if they're liquid lipsticks actually. They're like, or maybe it's just melted because my room's hot. They're meant to be velvet finish, blurring and hydrating. So yeah, I'm not sure whether these are actually a lipstick or like a cream liquid lipstick. Wow, that's a lot brighter than I was anticipating. It's like one of those, I just said it's bright, but it's like a muted neon. Yeah, it looks really cool. And I get what they mean about blurring because it's kind of like that soft look, like soft muted colour, but bright neon colour at the same time. It's a bit like a Powder Kiss lipstick from MAC, I think. But this is what the lipstick looks like. It goes on quite creamy, but then it does dry down to like a velvet matte finish, as it claims it does. It's a lot brighter in shade than I would usually like to wear, because I'm very boring and natural looking makeup is what I like. But I feel like this would be like a really nice one for holiday when you just want like a pop of colour. Like now, because my makeup's all quite neutral and I don't have eyeshadow on and stuff, like you're really drawn to the lips. I think it looks really nice. I'm not sure if these are meant to be long lasting, it doesn't really say. But I'll leave in the description box down below. Oh yeah, I think they are a cream lipstick because there's a diagram on the back. And it's like a lipstick bullet, but you twist it up and a bit of like the cream formula comes out and then you just put it on. So I think it is like it's like a liquid lipstick, but not like a matte. It's like a creamy matte. Ones that don't dry down proper, like if you touch it, it is going to transfer. Oh, one thing I just forgot to say, these have a strong fragrance, as most like high-end designer lipsticks and makeup and whatnot do. It kind of smells, it's a nice smell. It's kind of like a sweet, I don't know, maybe like a strawberry sort of, yeah, kind of like a strawberry floral scent. You can smell it, so if you're sensitive to scents, just bear that in mind, but I quite like the scent, it's okay. I don't have a setting spray or anything that's new, so I'm just going to go in with my trusty Revolution Hyaluronic Fix. Okay, so this is how my makeup is looking after trying out everything. I'm surprised everything went like really well. There's nothing I don't like that I've tried. Maybe not everything has completely blown me away, but yeah, everything looks good and I feel like I'm looking very bronzed and summer ready. Yes, I'm just looking in the mirror now. I feel like I really like the Glowy Primer, the Glam Glow one. The porefessional jury's out. I don't feel like it really did much. I don't have massively large pores anyway, so yeah, it's nice, but for me, it doesn't do much. What else did I try? Oh yeah, the foundation, I feel like I like that. If you want a light coverage foundation. But yeah, the shades just, they run very dark in Clinique. Like, I don't think when I'm pale, their lightest shade is never pale enough for me. So I can only wear Clinique when I'm tanned, unfortunately. The mascara I really like. The Kat Von D eyeliner is okay. I like it, but I don't think it's going to be my holy grail. The lipstick I really like, but the shades, they all look like they're very quite bright shades. Although there is a few nudes in there, but of the samples, there wasn't any nude shades. But the formula seems really nice. Oh, that bronzer, that Guerlain, was it Guerlain? Yeah, the Guerlain bronzer, terracotta bronzer, really nice, liked it, but I can only wear that when I'm tanned. Oh yeah, the Hoola contour stick, once again I like that, but I think it's a bronzer stick for me. It's not a contour stick because I like my contours to be more grey and I'm looking very bronzed right now. And oh yeah, them highlighters are nice, but as I said, up close you can see a little bit of shimmer. So yeah, I think that's everything. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't already. I'd love for you to stay up to date with all my latest videos. I try to make one video a week that usually goes up on a Sunday, so make sure you're subscribed for that. So yeah, thanks very much for watching and goodbye.